Welcome, PES fans, to the grand final of the UEFA Champions League. Live from Wembley, it's Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid. It's been a busy end of the year for the organisers here in London, especially those at Wembley Stadium. But finally, the climax of cup competition is with the granddaddy of them all, the Champions League final. Paris Saint-Germain return to the Champions League final for the first time since 2020, where they fell short to Bayern Munich in Portugal. It'll be the swan song of the best striker in the world, Kylian Mbappe, who will embark on pastures new to the team on the right in the white, Real Madrid, next season. Real Madrid are the 14-time champions of this competition. Can they make it a record-breaking 15th European Cup win tonight at Wembley? Paris Saint-Germain have gotten as far as the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup in 1996 and the UEFA Intertoto Cup in 2001. Some may say they have outgrown those titles. It's time to play where the big boys play. It would be hypocritical to criticise the financial boost of Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid are no better in that regard. It's the Millionaires' Champions League final. Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid at Wembley Stadium. Ousmane Dembele, who's run ruckus throughout these knockout stages, has found Hakimi. Mondi standing off the Moroccan. Hakimi with the cross in and Vitinha on the volley. You may remember İlkay Gundogan scoring a screamer in the first 60 seconds at Wembley Stadium last year in the FA Cup final. Vitinha wasn't far off. Vinicius puts it on the plate for Rodrigo. And a sensational interception from Skriniar. Rodrigo has to be pondering where the hell he came from. Emery galloping forward past Valverde and Rudiger, and is captured by Lunion. Dembele freed up by Mbappe. Nacho goes in and takes out Dembele. Hakimi keeps it going, and it's Mbappe who gets us underway with the first goal of the Champions League final against the run of play. Must have been pretty low odds at the bookmakers for the first goal scorer. Of course, it is the Prince of Paris, Kylian Mbappe. Fernandes and Rudiger pulled out of their positions like worms from the sand. Clinical finishing from their upcoming clubmate. Hakimi out on the right again. That's a problem area for Real Madrid. The combination of Dembele and Hakimi, who squeezes in a cross to Mbappe for the second. The French connection cooking up some poison for the Real Madrid, just as they have done so throughout this entire knockout stage competition. It's not as if Mbappe has a height advantage on Rudiger. It's a failure on the Germans' part in this goal. Paris Saint-Germain given an incredible head start in the Champions League final. Kraus to Bellingham. Threaded through the centre to Rodrigo, who passes it calmly into the bottom corner. Just a couple of minutes after the extension on the French lead from Mbappe. Real Madrid have reduced the damage. It's game on here in the nation's capital. Emery out wide to Hakimi, once again been a very busy man on the right hand flank. Another devastating cross up to Barcola. Couldn't angle it down. Vinicius whirling his way into the penalty area, and he's been caught by Dembele of all players. An electric start in this first half. 3 goals already. Could there be a fourth? Courtesy of this penalty kick. Now it's Vinicius versus Donnarumma. who stood his ground. The cockiness of Vinicius and the Pinecca caught up with him. Bellingham in the centre, Skriniar gives up and it's rolled away from him. The touch was too disappointing. It's going to be a free kick on the edge of the area though. It's Milan Skriniar who will be penalised. And if you ask me, that kick may be in the penalty area. Bellingham or cross, his cross, and he's done it! And it's not the first time the German has done so either from the set piece. The veteran very much used to the sense of occasion of the Champions League final. Upon review, there's a deflection in the wall, and that is what caused the delay from Donnarumma. Valverde has given away a potential piece of profit for Paris Saint-Germain as the free kick just bobbles past the goal. Looks like a cross was intended, and it's a narrow escape from Real. Ugarte searching for Hakimi once again. It's prodded on to Dembele. Finds his feet, finds Mbappe, shut down by Fernandes. Hakimi to keep the momentum going, and it's tipped over the bar by Lunyan. Such an incredible stop. And the last thing Ancelotti would have needed was to rewrite his Champions League half-time speech. From Wembley Stadium, it's Paris Saint-Germain 2, Real Madrid 2. It's been a 4-goal thriller in that first half. And could there be more to come for the next 45 minutes? Hakimi down the flank to Dembele. Calmly plays it back to Ugarte, it's blocked. And Mbappe takes the tumble. There's chaos in the penalty area. Vinicius. Oh, calm footwork to find Mondi. And it's Rodrigo at the near post. And it blazes wide. Here's Vinicius, quickly played to Bellingham, who returns it back to the Brazilian, who keeps it in play. And Marquinhos is confused too. Still Vinicius, look at the footwork of Vinicius Jr., who couldn't cement it with the goal of the Champions League had that gone in. And it would have put Real Madrid in front for the first time tonight. Valverde's corner. It's Camavinga. Donnarumma had springs in his feet. He was touching the moon with a desperate jump. Fernandes long to Bellingham. That's a great collection. And he's been caught out by Marquinhos. It's going to be another free kick to Real Madrid. Can Kroos replicate it from earlier in the game? No, it hits the wall. Swung in from Mbappe. Skriniar. And there's a paranoid punch from Lunyan. Mbappe goes to Hernandez for support. And now Hakimi offside. Hernandez. Barcola. Oh, that's a genius pass to Dembele. Waste no time getting it forward to Mbappe. It's a direct hit on the keeper. What a goal against the run of play this could have been. Mbappe hurried up a little too much. A Parisian corner just past the hour mark, and it's the captain Marquinhos who bobbles it in. And now Paris finally have the lead again. And it's taken the leadership of the captain Marquinhos. And a slight hesitation from Mondi on the goal line. I think it's the bounce that catches them both out. And you have to imagine Paris won this much more than Real Madrid. They need that first one. You never forget your first Champions League victory. Look at Vinicius marauding forward. Sets up Rodrigo, who misses, and oh my God! It can never be unwritten. A howler from Hernandez. An own goal in your Champions League final. And it's not a throwaway one either. It's levelled Real Madrid out of nothing. I'll just book the counselling session with Loris Karius. He knows how you must feel right now. Here's Bellingham. There's a bit of a pop in the step of Real Madrid now. The confidence has grown From that equaliser, Vinicius can put them ahead. And he was shut down with authority from Donnarumma. It's the business end of the Champions League final, the final 12 minutes, as Vinicius cuts inside. Slapped away and cleared off at the line by Skriniar. Camavinga to Bellingham, to Valverde. And it's hastily put through to Vinicius. Gets it horribly wrong. Here's Bellingham on the turn. Valverde and it's... Oh, you can't get any closer than this. Literally in the 6-yard box for Vinicius. And he can't even find the target. And those goals at Wembley are huge as well. Mbappe. Coutinho is one rare advance in this second half from Paris Saint-Germain. Asensio nearly captures one against his former club. Coutinho. Deep into stoppage time. Now Asensio could rub salt in the wounds of his former club. Formerly Zinedine Zidane's favourite player. Nearly wins it for Paris in stoppage time. And for the first time since 2016, the Champions League final will head to extra time. And guess who experienced that back then? It was Real Madrid against their city neighbours Atletico. A pioneering pass from Modric was knocked down to Rodrigo, and he was absorbed by Skriniar. Bele seeking out Mbappe, who has to go this alone. He slows things down enough for Asensio to keep up, but he takes it on by himself. Asensio on the turn. Galloping past Ceballos. Now it's Fabian Ruiz, the substitute. Opens up a bit of space. And these are the moments you remember. The potential last gasp winners. Nothing more horrifying than conceding in extra time. As it runs thin, the clock becomes sand in your hands. As Fabian Ruiz has slammed Real Madrid into despair and desperation. Now Dani Ceballos finds Modric at the far post, who just doesn't have the legs to make it to the end of that pass. Ceballos once again. Now here's Brahim Diaz. Takes it first time, and it's just a fingertip save from Donnarumma. All out from Real Madrid now. Ceballos. Fran Garcia through to Rudiger, of all players. The makeshift centre forward still cannot beat Donnarumma, who is stubborn as anything. Ukulele away, and now Mbappe collects. Just has to buy as much time as the fortune of his feet will allow, as Mikelele is surging forward and taken out by a heroic tackle. Asensio to squeeze in the cross here. Now Ugarte. Knocked down to Soler. Fabian Ruiz. Wrapped up by Modric. Can Madrid flip it on Paris? Vinicius. Here's Joselu. Vinicius returns it to Joselu. Here's your chance. It rebounds to Ceballos for one last roll of the Champions League dice. And at long last, history is made in the Premier competition once again. New champions for the first time, as well as being the first time a French team has won the Champions League since the inauguration from Marseille in 1993. That man, Kylian Mbappe, will join Real Madrid as a European champion. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, are the Champions League winners of 2024. After the renaissance of the French national team from 2016 up until 2022, it was a matter of time. It's belated, but now a French club are the European champions. What a Champions League final. Well, Kylian Mbappe and Rodrigo end with 7 goals each, leaving the golden boot to Erling Haaland. What a tournament. I hope you all enjoyed watching. We will be back to recreate the real Champions League, Europa League and Conference League finals shortly. As always, wherever you are in the world, thank you for watching.